finally, this movie came out.
I know, right?
It's what made 2020 a shitty year because we didn't get to fucking watch the Taiga movie the whole year.
Taiga movie? I thought we were talking about Godzilla vs. Kong.
No, Gar, it's not out till March 31st.
But you said we were talking about a movie.
Yeah, the Taiga movie, New Generation's Climax.
But Lane, we gotta get those clicks.
No.
Gotta get those clicks on the Godzilla vs. Kong news.
Nah.
So you want to talk about the Taiga movie?
Yes. Jeed's in it, so I have to watch it.
Norb's in it, so I have to watch it.
Exactly. Also Tregear.
Tregear's in it as well.
Yeah.
I guess everyone's here.
Hey, Schwat!
Schwat!
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Ultraranger, the show where we talk about the Ultraman Taiga movie. That's it. I'm your co-host, Ultraman Lane.
And I am Ultragar, your main host. And today, for our big episode 150.
Yeah, 150, God.
150
we made
episodes.
It. We did it.
Plus 2 specials.
Yeah, we did it.
So it's technically episode 152.
We could end the show here and that'd be perfectly fine. I mean, we wouldn't have Ultra 7, Dyna, or Ultraman Great finished, but
I'd rather finish those.
I'd rather finish those too.
And there's also Absolute Conspiracy.
Yes.
That we have to talk about one day.
I know.
The Ultraman anime. Maybe in the future.
Maybe.
Whenever the second season comes out.
Yeah, when Jack shows up.
SSSS Dyna Xenon. Maybe Yumi and Ichi can do something about that. Godzilla Singular Point, that's up in the air as well.
Animation looks weird.
But that's all in the future.
Yes.
That's future talk. That is future Ultraranger problems.
Yes.
But today, we are focusing on Ultraman Taiga, the movie, New Generation Climax.
Yeah, so this movie was supposed to come out in March and then it didn't because, COVID.
Yeah, due to the global pandemic, the Ultraman Taiga movie was originally supposed to come out on March 6th, I believe. Then it got delayed, so the poster and trailer actually got taken down off of YouTube to just say, coming soon. And then, I believe it was
August.
In August, we finally got the new release date. That was August 7th. And then the DVD didn't come out until December 24th. I was not expecting this movie to get subbed so fast.
No, it's you know what? When something is in high demand for a long time and it doesn't come out, but then when it does, people want it and people are eager to sub it. So.
And honestly, if the pandemic didn't happen, maybe there would have been an English release.
I like to think so.
Because there is a poster made with the English version of the Taiga.
Yeah, because I feel like they were going to do an English thing, but then they had to choose. Okay, do we have the Absolute Conspiracy coming out? We need to have the English dub for that.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like a time crunch thing where it's like, okay, it's either one or the other. We sub this movie, we dub this movie in English, or we dub the Absolute Conspiracy in English.
So maybe in the future we'll see a dub of this movie.
Who knows?
But we will mention right now this. Unfortunately, at this moment, Ultraman Taiga is not officially available in the West yet.
No.
Mainly because Mill Creek mentioned in the Ultraman Day special last year, in 2020...
They only got up to Rube.
Yeah, when they did the license agreement, they only had up to Rube because Taiga was just starting.
Yeah.
But that's not saying that they won't get the master license for Taiga and Rube. Mm-hmm. So, again, Taiga may be released in the future.
Yep.
But right now, I think it's not in there. It's not in their cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's get into the movie. So yeah.
So
it was a cool movie.
Pretty damn good movie.
So I liked it. It was honestly it was a really good fan service movie because it was nice to seeing all the other past Ultraman that we've watched because honestly, in these 150 episodes, we've covered Ginga, Ginga S, X, Orb, Jeed, Rube, and Taiga.
Not Taro.
Not Taro. But we covered all the new Generation Hero Ultraman series. So basically 150 led up to this point where now we watch this movie with full context of all these Ultras and we're like, hell yeah. So that's pretty awesome that in 150 episodes of Ultraranger, we've watched 7 shows.
Well, that's over the span of like 3 years as well.
Yeah, and we watched a few shows as well.
And think of it, we started doing the show when Jeed started.
Yep.
So think of it, Jeed, Rube, and Taiga we watched while they were airing.
And then we wanted to watch Orb because like it was so good that like we wanted to talk about it on air.
Yeah.
Because it was that good. And then we were like, Ginga S, you might as well.
Yeah, because I originally wanted to do Ginga, but then you mentioned Orb, and I'm like, well, let's do both. And I think that sort of led to why our 2 other co-hosts have stopped coming.
That's okay. Like I always said.
That's fair. This show ended up just becoming the 2 of us.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like, it just... This movie was good because it did a lot to really... Like, it gave us closure to Taiga, which... Fucking thank God. I'm so glad they did that. Because, like, the way just Taiga ended, it was just like... that's it? Yeah. Like, Parika came back, and... The Tri-Squad's still here on Earth? Okay.
We defeated Woola.
Okay. And Tregear is gone. Gone
in huge air quotes.
Not really, though, because Taro went to this place and saw him, and Tregear's like, fuck you, Taro, I hate you, piece of shit, you're stupid. I'm gonna summon this fucking ancient monster that you guys tried to seal away, like, a long time ago. Wait, what? Also gonna make you evil. What?
Well, that's sort of the plot, but basically the main premise is that after Tregear got defeated by Taiga, apparently Tregear had a being stuck inside of him named Grimdo, the malicious demonic monster.
He did not look that colorful in the movie.
No, it's just the lighting.
Oh.
In which Tregear basically got possessed by, or like he was draining on his power when Taiga defeated him in episode 25, a portion of him was able to break free.
Mm-hmm. And
that led to New Generation heroes sealing him away by sacrificing their powers.
And then Tregear came in and beat the shit out of all of them.
And then, yeah, Tregear...
I still love that Tregear is that powerful enough to just, like... Because, like, it's funny where, like, you see him in Absolute Conspiracy, and he's just, like, this, like, weak piece of shit. He's not really that... Like, he's super intelligent, but, like, as an Ultraman, he's not really that strong. But then...
Well, it was a canonical thing that Blue Ultras were actually weaker than Red Ultras for a bit. But I guess Subaraya just doesn't acknowledge that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you just have, like, Tregear how he is now, and it's like, no, he's fucking powerful. Hell, you even noticed that in the series, like, he barely lifted a finger ever. He always just had something else do the work for him. And then he only got involved if he felt like he needed to. Which
I am okay with that, because it makes Tregear stand out a bit more. Because much like with, I'm dodging on his name right now, the villain from Zed.
Oh, Kaburagi.
Yeah,
Cerebro. Cerebros.
Yeah, how they were more of like, well, let's have these guys do the fighting for me because I'm the master genius.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, the New Generation heroes sealed him away, but again, that led to them losing their powers. Just so happens they landed on Taiga's Earth.
Yep.
In which we pick up where the show left. Well, not really picked up where the show left off, but like, according to the Ultra Wiki, it takes place like 6 months after the original show.
Mm-hmm.
And like, aliens are after Hiroyuki. It's like, well, why is that?
Because he has 3 Ultramen living inside him.
No, he has the powers of Ultras. We can take them for ourselves, sell them on the black market, then bail Earth.
So yeah, we got to see Dada again, which he's such a stupid, weird design, but I fucking love him because he has like such a big ass head.
Dada.
Dada.
Dada. Which he was actually voiced by Toshiyuki Morikawa, best known as Torin.
Oh.
And So when this movie's cast first got announced, it was very confused because it mentioned Powered.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wait, Ultraman Powered's going to be in this movie? That doesn't make any sense. Turns out Toshiyuki Morikawa voices Ultraman Powered in the Japanese dub.
Wow.
So I guess that's where we are getting the confusion from.
Yeah.
He was also Torin.
Yes, he died.
Don't remind me.
Fucking Daigo's dad was very curious over.
Yeah, we also got to see the alien magma again.
Which he was kind of an asshole. It's like, Killer protected you, Mari, piece of shit.
And the alien Markine.
Yeah, and there's like things where like the president was like went up to Hiroyuki and it's like, you're being a little rash. And it's like, well, yeah, I'm trying to like make aliens and humans coexist together, have good relations with them, so I'm gonna be a little rash, like president.
Don't worry, I got this. I have my buddies with me.
But like she feels bad that like she doesn't know why like these aliens are attacking Hiroyuki, so she tries to go investigate on her own. So she actually puts on like a Aegis jacket.
Oh yeah, she puts on her Aegis.
I think it's Aegis.
EGIS, I guess.
Aegis filming. Hey, very good. It's Ultraman Taiga.
Attack by Aegis.
Aegis by Aegis.
Aegis.
Yeah, so she goes.
I'm calling it that now. Aegis.
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 So she goes to like attack, like some aliens are about to attack her, and then who shows up? Motherfucking Kurenai guy, Ultraman Orb himself, and like we hear his voice, and then we just look over, and like me and Gar just basically did like you know that gif of just like Chris Pratt's character from Parks and Rec, like sitting there, and the camera zooms in, he's just like that's the reaction we both have. We're just like, it's Guy.
Yeah.
Because every time Guy shows up, like,
I'll admit,
you have to lose your shit over it.
I'll admit, all the first appearances of the returning Ultra actors in this movie were really good, except for one, or rather two.
Card show.
Yeah,
because they kind of just showed up.
They kind of just showed up. There wasn't a big dramatic like reveal of them.
Show's actor's so busy with whatever's going on in his life, he only had time to shoot a little bit, and then he had to be fucking chopped in later with the others.
Yeah, that.
Oh man, Gar was just like pointing out to me the whole fucking movie, just being like, "Oh, this is where he was like put into." And I'm like, Gar, if you didn't say anything, I would not have fucking noticed he was shot dead.
Yeah, because where I found my raw of the movie, and then a fan subber like made a script for the movie, I also found the behind the scenes footage, and I found out show's actor, just he was in one scene with Hikaru, and then that was it. Everything else he had to do by himself.
Yeah, that's why like in the stand-up or whatever, you see him like at the very end,
not
even looking with them.
At the very end, and what, like if you look at it close enough, you can see like around his jacket, it's a bit blurred because they had to make it look like he was actually there with them.
At least it's better than the Leo shot they had in Forever Red.
Oh my goodness!
Just, like you could tell.
Well, that's like 2002 compared to 2019 or 2020. 2020. Well, the movie was
2019 was when they filmed it. So.
Yeah, this actually finished production by August of 2019.
Shit.
So think about that. The movie finished production by August of 2019, and then got delayed until August
like
of
a year later.
A year later, it finally got released.
Gee, it sounds like another movie we were thinking about. Godzilla Scum. Excuse me.
Come on.
Which we just got a trailer for that.
Yeah, more details on that in Ultra News episode 2.
Yeah. Go watch it.
That's not out yet.
But it will be.
It will be. It comes out after this.
Yep. Also got to see Riku, which it was super fucking funny because like Hiroyuki goes over and like because like Katsumi shows up at the Aegis headquarters and like it's funny, the first time we watched it, like you lost it. You saw him, you're like, I know that jacket. It's Katsumi! It's Katsumi! Like you lost your shit, and then I saw Asami later. I was like, there's Asami. There's my boy. So yeah. So like they bring Hiroyuki over, and like Hiroyuki like points over at like Isami and like Riku who are like fighting over like I guess like table space for like showing their shops.
I guess
because yeah, Riku works for like a little mini store.
I do like
the
that
Galaxy Store, I think it was called or something like that.
It was called they called it the Galaxy M shop.
Yeah.
Which I guess it's a combination of Quattro M and the Galaxy shop that Riku worked at, so it's Galaxy M.
Yeah. And just like I didn't pick up on this the first watch, but like Taiga just goes, Hiroyuki, be careful. I can sense Belial in that guy.
That guy?
And, yeah, and it's like I would have loved if just like if Hiroyuki was like, oh, that guy with the banana fingers, just cuts it because like every time they introduce like one of the main ultras, like they do like this cool like which they do in Absolute Conspiracy too, where like every time an Ultraman's introduced, they do like this cool like sequence where like they show like the Ultraman and they do like their pose, their signature pose, and their grunt. So that like that's a nice little touch. I like that because like it teaches kids like this is who this is.
But though to be fair, in Absolute Conspiracy, it's a bit more flashy because it has their name.
Yeah,
like
Andrew Mellows.
They even do it for form changes as well.
Oh my god!
So like when Zero did the thing, it gave us the proper name. I'm not gonna say it because
it's busted as shit though.
Let's just say Koichi Sakamoto was definitely being like, I want to do this.
Zero's my
like,
baby.
I guess he can do it.
I thought G was your baby. G's also my baby. They're both my babies.
They're both
That's why they're both in the same show, because they're my babies.
Yeah,
I just want a picture of like Koichi Sakamoto holding like little baby Zero and G. Just, my babies.
My babies.
My babies. So it was just funny that like like Taiga's like just fucking Belial on the guy. And I'm like, well, yeah. And then like later on, like Riku goes up to him. He's just like
dad problems, huh?
He's like, yeah, I killed my dad.
You know what? That line is basically just the equivalent to TJ. Remember that time I was baked into a giant pizza? Yes!
Yeah, just Ultraman loves my dad. Oh, your dad! Yeah, we know. Oh.
You know what? Yeah, I would say this movie's sort of the equivalent to Forever Red.
It is!
It's just all the main heroes getting together for one last hurrah. Because, in a sense, this is sort of like the finale of... Not only the finale of Taiga, but it's sort of the finale of the New Generation era.
Yeah, the Heisei era.
Well, no, the New Generation era. Heisei era was Mabius.
Yeah.
Or Zero, which...
Yeah.
It's complicated.
The Ultraman doesn't follow Rider and Sentai rules.
No. Apparently that was a fan name. Like I was just looking at a bunch of research. Apparently the term Heisei era was like a fan term.
Oh yeah, Neo Heisei, that's a fan thing.
But then once Decade came out, Toei acknowledged the fan name. So it's like, yes, it is the Heisei era.
Yeah, and then that's why they fucking milked it.
Oh. Yeah, of course, they're named after the emperors, but it's just easier way to differentiate the words. But anyways, Riku helps a little girl save her balloon.
Yeah, like fucking jumps like super high too.
Oh, remember that's his stick. He jumps high.
Yeah, and then and later on, I like that we got like Riku like punches a fucking Mook in the face, and then he just goes "Don't shine." And I'm just sitting there being like Riku. Never change, my boy. You're a sweetheart.
Don't change, Riku.
I love you. You're my favorite Ultraman protagonist.
That alien had a rifle. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get Hiroyuki. Hey, clocks him right in the face with one punch. Just
yeah, it's great just to see that Riku's just like he's a senpai. He's so strong.
It's just nice to see all of them together and knowing that unlike a lot of Kamen Rider actors, they're willing to show up again. Yeah,
and then meanwhile, Homari and Parika, they're off to kind of doing their own investigating as well, which they meet. I think it's
an alien.
Gowerman. I knew it. I knew that. I knew that's what he was called.
Alien Phantom.
Oh right. Damn it.
That's
Gowerman. That was the name of the next.
This is when they meet Daichi,
which he kind of just,
aka Ultraman X.
Yeah, which. You can tell he's aged in 5 years.
Yeah, in the span of 5 years, he's definitely aged. Like, he's 26 now.
Yeah, but he looks good.
Well, yeah, he looks good.
Like his hair.
And, when he sees, the alien Phaeton in running the little dealer shop that he has there, which, by the way, he doesn't really have a name, so he's just known as...
But he was in the show.
But yeah, he was in the show. He looks at him, he's like, do I know you? And it's because he was thinking of Dr. Gorman from X, who's also an alien.
Like, come on, Daichi, there's more than one fucking, like, alien in each race. But yeah, also it's funny, like, they went onto this, like, forbidden website or whatever like that, and then it caused, like, a virus in Parika, because, like, remember, she's a robot.
Yeah.
So she short-circuited, and she started doing, like, this fucking dance, and, like, I gotta give credit to her actor. Like, that takes a lot of effort to do.
And then I played the scene from Archer. This stopped being funny 2 hours ago!
It wasn't supposed to be funny at all.
So...
Archer's weird.
So, yes, the seal on Grimdo is starting to break, and thus it's now up to Hiroyuki to stop him.
But, oh no, he's going through some personal turmoil because the Tri-Squad fucking shows up in front of him. They're like, yeah, so you know how we were residing in your bodies while we were weak? Yeah, we're good now. We don't need you anymore. I don't want to play with you anymore. Bye, Hiroyuki.
I think if this wasn't a giant crossover movie, that would have been the plot.
Yeah.
To the movie. That Hiroyuki has to come to terms that
he can't be Ultraman anymore.
Not only that, Taiga has to leave.
Yeah. He's got other shit to do.
He's got to go home.
He left the stove on.
Oh shit, that's why his dad's pissed off.
But yeah, so it was just really touching because that's why, like, as good as this fan service movie as this was, it was kind of like would have liked a more like intricate plot with Rosso and Blue and the Tri-Squad.
Well, I think it's because since it's only like an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, which still that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like normal length for an Ultraman movie.
But yeah, it was really touching seeing like Taiga just, it's like, well, why didn't you tell me this before? And they're like, it's hard. Like, and he's like, you guys gave me this. Aren't we stronger? Like, the four of us together? Like, don't we have this bond? And they're just like, listen, man, like, we gotta go.
And he's like, well, what if you guys get hurt? It's like, well, don't worry.
We have each other.
We got this.
We're the Tri-Squad, motherfucker.
Speaking of the Tri-Squad, though, hey, remember those gimmick items that they had? The Ultralets?
Yep.
Turns out, those are actually come in handy.
Yeah, those are actually, like, the powers given by the other Ultras. Yeah. So, like, I love the fucking, like, here Isami and Katsumi just go up to him and he's like, hey, can we have our powers back?
Yeah.
They're, like, holding, like, blank white gyros and just, like...
Well, they all have blank versions of their transformation
Which probably means they were, like, the prototype concept.
Nah, that's probably just, hey, get one of the Super Legends toys. Okay. There it is.
Yeah. So we get, like, Rosso and Blue, which I feel like, I get that, like, Hiroyuki's main thing is Taiga, but I feel like because, like, Rosso and Blue are from 050, he should have transformed into Fuma to have them fight together.
Yeah, I understand that, but to be fair, it was Fuma to acknowledge who they were.
Yeah.
So we at least got that connection there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also, again, nice, even though it's a giant crossover movie, it is nice that Taiga, Rosso, and Blue are, like, they get their big moments and everyone else is sort of, like, the side character.
Yeah. It's like guys just there being like, hi.
Now I'm just wondering, how long have they been on this Earth?
God knows.
Like, throughout this...
I was wondering, Riku was trying to...
Couple of months?
Yeah, maybe.
Because, again, this movie takes place 6 months after the finale, so it's got to be sometime between then to now they've been on Earth.
Yeah.
Do they all just rent out a place together?
Nah.
Do you think they all hang out, like go to the bar afterwards?
Nah.
Oh, wait, Riku can't go. Oh, wait, yeah, he can, because he's canonically 20.
Yep.
What's the drinking age in Japan?
Oh.
Look at that. Like, what do they do for money? Like, how do they contact others about where they are? How do they do their laundry? Is that why they're always in the same uniform?
I guess so.
And you're telling me within the span of 6 months they never questioned maybe we should contact another Ultraman if possible?
Oh, the legal drinking age in Japan is 20. I mean, that makes sense because Riku's actor just turned 20.
Oh, that is true.
So he just turned 20, so he's like, I can drink beer now.
Now I just want that to be a sitcom. The Ultra Heroes all having to share a place together.
Tri's company.
Tri's
It's about the Tri Squad living together in an apartment.
Come and knock at your schwa.
Titus, can you go get the door? Well, I'm working out. You're always working out. Oh, come on.
And just, you open the door and it's Rosa and Blue and it's the crowd cheering because it's a guest cameo.
We got 3 Ultramen and a baby.
3 Ultramen? You mean Taiga, Hiroyuki?
Did we ever make that a thumbnail?
No.
No. Fuck!
3 Ultras.
Fuck!
3 Ultras and a baby?
Yeah! Because based off the movie 3 Men and a Baby. That was a really good movie, actually. I like that.
So it'd just be the Tri-Squad of Hiroyuki.
Yeah! Yeah! Fuck! Why did I ever think of that as a thumbnail? Oh, it's too late now.
Well, I can shop it.
You know what? Yeah, look at one of the shitty thumbnails we had during Taiga and then just replace it with 3 Men and a Baby.
No, I'll add it. I'll just put it in the video version.
Fuck! That's so genius! Why didn't I think of that before? Oh, damn you, Past Lane. I hate you. Because like I watched 3 Men and a Baby back when like the pandemic first started, and I was like,
that's why, because we were already like done Taiga by then.
Fuck! I knew about that movie before you too. God damn it! God damn it! Would have been so funny.
It's like how we didn't make a 3 Musketeers joke.
We didn't. We also got Kurosaki back.
Yeah, Kurosaki.
Which we didn't know at first because like we were watching the movie and then we were like, is Kurosaki like the voice actor for Trigger as well? No, they're voiced by Trigger's voiced by an entirely different person.
Yeah, that is weird.
But it makes sense because Kurosaki's just a host. It's just a body he uses, so it makes sense that like he want to disguise himself too.
So yeah, Kurosaki's actor is Ko Nanase, where Trigger's voice actor is Yuma Uchida.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 completely different like actors.
I gotta say, man, Kurosaki was fucking great this movie. Like he's just like honestly, like I don't think we really praised his acting enough in the show.
Oh no, he was probably the best actor in Taiga.
Because like you see, like they're all like in Aegis headquarters. Like you see them like looking like on a camera, screen camera, on a rooftop. There he is, just like turning his back like backwards, like, just looking like doing his like tilt back thing, looking up at the camera, and I'm like, yep, that's Kurosaki, all right. Slow, quick, slow, quick, slow, quick.
Starts gathering people.
Yeah, just like, slow, quick.
Just the police officer's like, dude, you gotta stop doing this.
Slow, but yeah, no, he was really fucking great. He was just like kind of antagonizing everyone, and then like Taro showed up, and he's just like,
all right.
I tried to get Taiga because like remember, Trigger's original plan was I'm going to cause Taiga to become evil to kill his dad for me, and then he's just like,
that
okay,
didn't work.
Okay, well then I'm gonna try to get Taro to be evil and kill his son.
To show that his own pappy.
Yeah, so like Taro shows up and he starts fighting and he tries to do like his burning dynamite and Kurosaki's like, ha ha ha, gotcha.
Yeah, so he defeats Grindo.
Or does he?
Grindo gets absorbed into his color timer, making Taro possessed, and that's why in all the trailers and such you see Taro.
Figure Arts Evil Taro win.
It's just Taro.
Taro with his...
Just put purple flames around him and swap out his blue color timer for his red accessory.
So like I just see like it's so funny, like you see Taro like beat the shit out of his son, and like it's just like man, I was trying to be more than just the son of Taro. Now I'm just the fucking son who got beaten up by Taro. His ass beaten by Taro. And but we get the greatest thing, the thing that I was waiting for all fucking time. I mean, technically we got it in the beginning of the fucking show,
but it's not the same.
We got the Tri-Squad all fighting together at the same time, and it was fucking glorious.
It was great.
Cool. Like you saw Titus fucking throwing Fuma around and stuff, like Fuma jumping over him and stuff. And like Gar noticed apparently with each of the members of the Tri-Squad, like there's a different like kind of model set in the distance.
Yeah, like in the behind the scenes photo, they clearly point that out. It's like, oh, like each Tri-Squad member gets their own spot during the fight against Trigger. So it's like for Titus, it's American themed. So it's like you have like the small Statue of Liberty, a burger joint. Fuma's more of like ninja, like ancient Japan type
Feudal
of thing.
Japan, yeah.
So it's like feudal Japan like architecture, and Taiga represents the modern age. So it's just regular buildings. So
yeah.
Taiga kind of gets the shaft in that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was so good seeing them fight together, and which like honestly made me think about it because like you get to like the ending of the movie where like all like the whole Aegis crew is like talking with the Tri Squad, and I'm just there like they should have just been a whole thing the whole show. Like they should have just all known each other, and like it would have made that bonding like and that farewell like much more meaningful. Like it should just made Hiroyuki, Homare, and Parika all three members of the Joy Squad.
Yep.
Would have been
Hiroyuki with Taiga, Homare with Fuma, and then...
Well, no, Homare with Titus.
No.
I think Homare should have been Titus.
Homare with Fuma, and then Parika, tiny little girl with the strongest Ultraman.
I get it, but I think Homare should have been Titus because like he's all about like keeping himself in shape.
We're also going on about the 13th, like the clip episode of Taiga where like Homare chose Fuma to be the mascot, where Parika chose Titus.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just going with both of them.
But yeah, so like obviously like we get this cool shot of like all the next new generation heroes
like all lined up.
All lined up. They do the transformation. It's fucking dope.
It's nice.
Super cool.
I even like how it's like, oh, Taro gets possessed, so like Taiga's he's a bit upset, but
he doesn't like his dad being evil.
And I also
he tries to reach through to him.
And it's just sort of nice how like each Ultra can kind of understand that because like Hikaru, freaking Ginga, Taro's his mentor in a way. I guess Katsumi also feels upset because that's his main power set, Flame, because it has Taro on his crystal.
Yep. Whenever like Blue just looked over at Ginga and he's like, oh my god, it's Katsumi. That's my power set.
Well, I mean, Isami kind of did that when they all got together, and like Daichi and Guy show up, and Isami's just like to Hiroyuki, that's Guy, that's Daichi, they're Ultras. It's like, yeah, I got that.
Thanks. Yeah.
Just
it's weird though. Like you see Daichi transform to X, and you just hear Daichi, and it's like. So, like, I like to think it's just, like, Daichi borrowing X's power set. It's not actually Ultraman X.
Yeah, because, like, so at one point in the movie, they do have, like...
You hear X's grunt.
Like, yeah, X's grunt.
Which is probably just stock footage.
Oh, yeah, it is stock audio. But during the actual movie, it's Daichi's actor doing the grunts.
Yeah.
So
he was busy being Garza at this point.
No, because remember, the movie was... like filming in August.
Yeah.
So it could have been a thing. Like ADR could have been like later on in the movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, as we know, Ultraman X's VA went on to become Garza and Kira Major.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably took up his time.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Like, who knows? But like I get it. It's more about them. They're the characters we know.
I guess just to show that like. Don't want to pay another salary.
Exactly. Yeah, so they all start fighting, and then, like, they all get into their, like, they all, like, land individually, crashing into the fucking ground. That's just always cool to fucking see. It's great.
Which, I have a feeling this would, like, the giant crossover was kind of be an homage to how in Taro had a two-parter that had, like, the first 6 Ultraman together.
Oh, yeah.
So... I think that was supposed to be like an homage to that, just how they're all together.
I just like to imagine like during all this fighting and stuff like that, you just see like back in the Land of Light, you just see Mother and Father of Ultra, just like Father of Ultra's just sitting there like in his chair with his mantle on, just reading a newspaper, and like Mother of Ultra's just watching this. Just I wonder if Taro's doing all right. Oh, he went to go visit Taiga. Oh, Taiga's a sweet boy. Yeah, little bitch though.
It's funny in the Absolute Conspiracy when Taiga sees father and mother, he's just like, "Hey, pops."
Hey, grandpa, grandma.
Hey, gramps. And like Taro's like, "Hey, Father of Ultra when we're here."
Yeah, just fucking show your grandfather more goddamn respectful.
But no, it's a cute scene when they're actually all together in Absolute Conspiracy.
Yeah, and then they all do their super forms.
Oh yeah, they all do their fighting forms because they're fighting against all the Taiga, like the new Taiga monsters.
Yeah.
So like you have like Goro Thunder, Night Fang, Halberos, freaking Giga Delos, the purple monster that was able to multiply himself, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, Dada had like his own like.
Oh yeah, Dada has mech that has been, I want to say since Orb, they've been using, or not Orb, since Jeed.
And it had data colors.
Yeah, because he repainted. That was actually one of Belial's monsters, or like robot army members.
Oh, okay.
And then they just painted in data color, so now Data's like, my mech.
My mech.
My mecha.
Yeah, so then, like, Grimdo just gets, like, fucking monstrous.
Yeah, so, yeah, Taiga's able to free his dad from Grimdo's power, which leads to Tregear sacrificing himself to become one with Grimdo again.
Well, he says, like, finally I can be free, and, like, I was, that line really, like, hit me hard, because, like, not in a way that I can relate to it, but it's more so just, I kind of got now what Tregear's fucking deal is, or at least this is what I think Tregear's deal was. He was just tired of existing in this universe. He had no purpose.
He was tired of living a lie.
Yeah, because just as an Ultraman, he wasn't getting anywhere in being one of those, and he, like, you know, he was the balance between good and evil. Like, he was neither light nor darkness. He just kind of did his own thing. And I feel like he was fed up.
He was fed up of living a lie, because, remember, in the finale of Taiga, when they defeated Wool, freaking Hiroyuki and Taiga mentioned to Tregear, it was you and me together with our powers of being an Ultraman to stop it, because no matter what you are,
you'll always be an Ultraman.
You will always be an Ultraman, and that hit him hard, because he's like, I am not one of you guys.
Yeah, and so that, like, him just being like, I'm finally free, I think he was really happy about that.
He can finally let go of the pain.
Yep.
And just the frustration he had. So if this is like Tregear's final like appearance, like it final in air quotes, we'll get to it when we ever talk about Absolute Conspiracy, which will be episode 70, by the way. Yeah, so basically, like, once it's over, once time's passed, just as of right now, this is current Tregear's final appearance.
And, like, I gotta say, like, honestly, he was a really good character. Like, really, really well thought of and well written. And
I'm also glad he didn't overstay his welcome.
No, he didn't. And like I said, like, he always kind of just... Yeah, because even Kurosaki was just like, you know what? Like, our interactions were short, but, like, you know, I enjoyed them. They were fun.
Freaking Kurosaki. I would honestly love to see him, like, come back to do more work.
Yeah. Kurosaki's actor would be a good, like... Probably like a good little minor Sentai villain or something like that.
But speaking of things getting the shaft, guess what we didn't get in this giant crossover event?
What?
Rube.
No.
Just everyone.
It's all about Rube.
Everyone went their super form. All right, Isami, let's go Rube. Okay.
Happy.
Huh?
Yeah, Grigio showed up.
Asahi shows up out of nowhere, and then they form Groob. Okay. That's my only nitpick about this movie. Just, why is Asahi here?
Because they're the three together now.
But
it's the two Ultra Brothers and the Ultra Sister. They're the Animaniacs of Ultraman.
Come join the
Ultra Brothers and the Ultra Sister Grigio.
Really nailed that one.
Yep.
Just, like, if Zero were here to be like, oh yeah, I dropped her off, okay, bye guys. Nope, just... She's here.
Father locks us in the shop. Whenever we get caught, we're all Ultraman group. Oh, we should have made. Fuck! We should have made that fucking thumbnail. Damn it!
You know what? That's the title of the episode.
Fuck me! I'm thinking of all these awesome thumbnails now, and like it's too late. Nope.
You know what? That's the title of the episode. Wasted thumbnail ideas.
God damn it. Fuck! I can just get you to make them for me. I just need to take the Animaniacs and just put Rosso Blue and Grigio over the fucking heads. But yeah, so then, like, with their powers combined...
They just make a bigger Grimdo.
Yeah.
Because they don't become anything bigger because, like... Again, Kurosaki mentions he still had a portion of Grimdo in his body.
Yep.
So he just...
Not complete.
So he's not complete. So when he became complete, he made like this giant storm around Japan, and like he changed the layout to being like rocks, and like I thought they were in space.
I thought they were just in space.
You know what would have been cool? If they did it on the moon, and then when the battle was over, we saw like Ultraman Rega show up, like the sun shining, the Earth's on the other side, he's on the moon. Just, yeah.
But yeah, so speaking of Rega,
so yeah, Taro like
they all did like their fusions.
Attacks. Yeah, they all did their like final form. So it's like Beta Spark armor for X, Ginga Victory, which would be Vegeta.
Yeah, because like Ginga and Victory are like the Goku Vegeta of Ultraman.
Yeah. You have Orb Trinity. You have Ultimate Final for Jeed.
Groob.
Yeah, and you have Groob.
I like Groob.
Which, so like with their powers combined with Taiga Tristerium.
You almost said Tigatron.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I almost said Tri Squad.
Tristerium.
And with Tristerium, they're able to become Ultraman Rega.
Which, it's okay design. Like, I'm not, like, Gar made me realize that I should be thinking about, like, what fusions are represented on the suit, not the individual Ultras, which makes sense.
Which, it's gorgeous. I can't help it, but it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's not bad. I just don't like the head that much. It's usually, like, designs that, like, I'm not...
Kind of looks like he has Dawnshine boots.
Yeah. Which I kind of also realized in Jeed's, like, growing pose, he kind of does the Dawnshine thing with his hands.
Dawnshine.
Dawnshine. But yeah, no, Rega's pretty cool. It's powerful. He defeats Grimdo.
Huh. So, yeah, apparently this. Despite clearly being based on Ultraman Taiga, even having the same face, color timer, and voice actor, Rega is considered a separate entity with a different name instead of a power-up form.
Yeah, well, every fusion becomes a new Ultraman.
Yeah, so Rega is much like in the vein of Legend, Saga, and Ginga Victory. They are considered like their own entities.
Yep.
So yeah, like this photo of Rega here. Take that, put it on the moon, Earth behind them with the sun shining on the other side.
There you go. Also, he has the Tiger Spark, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he defeats them, and everyone fucks off.
Yeah, everyone just goes home.
And they all do like their own kind of like separate, like bye-bye and stuff. So like Sho just grunts. He's like, and then just so the movie ends with like Hiroyuki kind of just accepting that the Tri Squad needs to leave, and he's like, I'm gonna miss you guys, and like you even see like the Tiger Spark like leave his arm, and he just kind of looks at it, and he's just like, fuck, like you know it hits him hard.
I can finally wash his hand again.
And so. Yeah, and like Taiga's just like, don't worry, like we'll always be friends no matter what. And,
really?
Like, Fuma's kind of being like a weirdo about it because he's like they're like, you're being shy. I'm being shy. Bye, Hiroyuki.
It's not like I liked you or anything, Buck.
And so then like the president comes and she's like, I got you guys badges. You're already spokespersons, and they're like, oh wow, sweet.
I'm gonna go tell Andromedos that.
Hamari was like crying.
Yeah, Hamari starts to cry, and apparently Parika had a thing for Daichi. So it's like, huh. Neat.
Yep. And yeah, so like the Tri Squad just kind of leaves.
Yeah, and that's sort of the end of the movie.
So, yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, it was cool. It was good seeing everyone together.
It was definitely...
But it's not my favorite movie. Honestly, I'd say my favorite Ultraman movie I've seen, Rube. The Rube movie was great.
I would have to agree with you. The Rube movie felt just a bit more with its story, where like
it had one of the best fucking starts to a movie ever. Just
this
is me. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation. Well, all happened 24 hours ago.
I think it's because, like you mentioned, it felt more dramatic.
Because it was about just Rube and Jeed.
Well, because it was truly the end of Katsumi and Isami's story as being brothers, because they were finally going their separate ways.
Yeah.
Like, there was a struggle there. There was somewhat of a conflict. Taiga here, there's not really much of a conflict because it's, like, introduced halfway into the movie. Oh, by the way, we don't really need you anymore.
Yeah.
In which, I believe if that was, like, Hiroyuki's whole purpose in the story of the movie, to be like, him having to accept that Ultraman Taiga has to leave and he has to move on with his life, that would have been like a real like nail in the coffin. And it would have helped because you have the past Ultras there who have, in a sense, their stories are now over as well.
Yep.
But they could have showed Hiroyuki life goes on. It would have been a good message for kids. It would have been a good message for like the Ultraman fan base. And it's also just a good, not the Ultraman fan base, but it'd be a good like thing for Hiroyuki to learn.
And it kind of relates to like my situation right now, because like I'm moving and like, you know, like you and I are like really close friends, we're dear friends, but like, you know, moving forward with our lives, and so like you're really sad about it, but like, you know, you're gonna do good shit, and
you're off to start your life with your loved one.
Yeah, but like, haven't seen Last of Me, bitch.
Oh no, we still got 20 more episodes. We still have episode 170 is considered, as of right now, the finale of Ultraranger that you know of.
Yeah.
That you know of.
That you know of.
So I'm actually kind of glad that this movie got subbed so that we could just talk about it for episode 150. I'm
glad we finally got to watch it.
Yes.
It's cool. I'd say, though, don't watch this until you've watched every other Ultra New Generation series, just so you have that like full context. You know these characters, so when you see them show up in the movie, you're like, yeah, fucking guys here. Gar and Shaw are back. Well, we haven't seen them since fucking S. Like, goddamn.
We haven't seen them since X.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, X was the last time they showed up in their human forms.
This is my favorite movie, but I enjoyed it. It was good. It wasn't bad.
I gotta say, it's at least a bit better than the show.
Yeah, I will agree. It's a bit better than the show. True Gear was like literally the hard sell.
But I think that will be it for this episode. As always, thank you for listening. And this has been Ultraranger episode 150. Wasted thumbnail ideas.
You should make the thumbnail like the lineup, but we're in there like two shopped like a joke.
Yeah, us too. Yeah.
Yeah, we're New Generation heroes.
Yeah.
That'd be a funny joke. All right, schwa for now, everybody.
Schwa for now.